Trump's latest warning to Iran, rebuilding nuclear sites exposed? Hey everyone, welcome back to Asia Pacific News. New surveillance footage revealing Iran's efforts to rebuild nuclear facilities hit by U.S. strikes last year. President Trump has weighed in and things are heating up. Back in June 2025, the U.S. launched Operation Midnight Hammer, a precision strike on 3 key Iranian nuclear sites, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. President Trump called it a spectacular military success, declaring Iran's nuclear enrichment facilities completely and totally obliterated. The goal? To halt Iran's path to a nuclear weapon and support Israel amid rising tensions. Trump warned that any rebuild would trigger more action, saying the U.S. would strike again if Iran tried to revive its program. Experts estimated the strikes set Iran back years, but fast forward to now. Fresh satellite imagery, as reported by Fox News, shows Iran has already started rebuilding. Roofs over 2 damaged buildings at Isfahan and Natanz have been reconstructed. Sites hit during those U.S. and Israeli strikes in July 2025. This footage suggests Iran isn't backing down. Despite the devastation, Iran's foreign minister fired back, claiming they're more prepared than before and ready to respond with strength. Meanwhile, protests in Iran have simmered due to crackdowns, internet blackouts, and reported executions, adding fuel to the fire. President Trump isn't mincing words. In a recent statement, he said, "Hopefully, we'll make a deal. If we do, that's good. If we don't, we'll see what happens." He highlighted a massive U.S. armada heading toward Iran, even larger than the one used in Venezuela. OPs, putting military pressure on full display. Trump has repeatedly vowed to knock the hell out of Iran's nuclear program if rebuilt, and sources say he's considering expanded strikes on missile sites. Amid stalled talks, the U.S. has slapped new sanctions on Iran's interior minister for suppressing protests, and military assets like F-35 fighters, Ospreys, and air defenses are deploying to the region. Iran, in turn, is planning live-fire drills in the Strait of Hormuz, warning of retaliation, fingers on the trigger, as they say. This rebuild could push Trump toward what experts call his most consequential decision. Yet another strike to prevent a nuclear Iran. With U.S. warships closing in and protest ongoing, diplomacy hangs by a thread. Trump insists on no nuclear weapons for any deal, but Iran's defiance might force his hand.
News overseas now. Tonight, the Trump administration is imposing new sanctions on Iran's interior minister, accusing him of repressing nationwide protests that have challenged Tehran's theocratic government. There are also lingering concerns over Iran's nuclear program and what U.S. action ahead may look like. Here's Chief National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin.
New satellite images at 2 key nuclear sites in Iran show the Iranians have rebuilt roofs over 2 buildings damaged during the U.S. and Israeli strikes on Isfahan and Natanz last year, as the president gives Tehran a deadline.
We have a large armada, flotilla, you can call it whatever you want, heading toward Iran right now, even larger than what we had in Venezuela.
CENTCOM continues to build up forces, an effort at gunboat diplomacy. Osprey Marine aircraft have arrived in Oman. A squadron of F-15s are seen on tarmacs in Jordan. Still en route, F-35 stealth fighters, air refueling tankers, and air defense systems.
Hopefully we'll make a deal. If we do make a deal, that's good. If we don't make a deal, we'll see what happens.
The protests, which raged earlier this month, have quieted for now, as regime opponents remain too terrified to leave their homes. Iranian activist Moj Madara recently spoke with Iranians still in hiding.
The internet is up at most 20 minutes a day, and for the most part, they're being listened to by the regime. So people are stuck inside, for all intents and purposes, house arrest. They're now starting to get the news that the numbers are 36,000, upwards of 40, 50,000. There has been north of 14 to 15 executions that have already taken place.
Iran's foreign minister with a message for Washington on a visit to Turkey.
We are more prepared than before the 12-day war, and just like in that period, we responded to aggressors with strength. It will be the same this time.
After Iran's IRGC Navy announced it would hold live-fire military exercises on February 1st and 2nd in the Strait of Hormuz, CENTCOM responded tonight, urging Iran not to impede freedom of navigation in the strait.
What do you think? Deal or escalation? Drop your thoughts below, hit like if you want more deep dives, and subscribe for updates. Thanks for watching Asia Pacific News. Stay informed, stay safe. Peace out.